What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about this young man right here in Jack Champion's character, Ethan, in Scream 6. I want to talk about what the possibilities are with him. I've done this with a few others, right? I think I did one with Kirby. We've talked about Tara in the past. I think it's time. Actually, I think I did one with Henry Czerny as well. And my prediction for the last little while, I'm not ready to declare it as gospel, as law, that my two predictions for Ghostface is Henry Czerny's character and this guy right here, Jack Champion's character, but it's where I'm leaning. And I will be doing kind of final predictions, maybe like the last week before the movie comes out, and we'll go over everything. One other thing I want to bring in before we start to talk about why this man looks so sketchy and why I do think it's him, I have not seen the leaks. You could believe that or not. I mean, I absolutely haven't. And now my Twitter is actually permanently suspended. So I haven't really been on there all that much over the last couple of days. You can find a video in the past as to why I was suspended, but I haven't seen anything. So I'm not going to look at comments. I don't want to get it spoiled for me. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All right, let's break down this character. So the number one thing I think has to be a thing that was actually called out to me. It wasn't even something I found organically myself, and is that infamous shot of a lot of the younger group, right, like the main cast, and they're sitting there. Some of them are sitting there, right? Chad, Sam, and Tara are standing, and the phone rings. Now, we've talked about it before with kind of like clipping scenes and taking audio from one section of the movie to put it in the others, right? That's definitely something that they have done. I think a good example is like Mindy on the ladder when Sam says behind you. I think people had said maybe they took that from the bodega scene, right, and kind of moved it over. So there's examples most likely of them doing that. Tara, some of her lines have kind of been stitched together. I do believe that phone ringing was real and is in that scene. Now, why am I making such a big deal of like making sure that the phone actually rings? Well, if the phone's not actually ringing, if it's something else happening, maybe that makes Ethan look less sketchy, right? But I do believe in that scene, they're talking, whatever, and the phone rings. Well, what happens? Well, I've mentioned it before, so I'll cut to the chase faster. Everybody looks or gives a reaction, Chad being that one. He doesn't look, but he gives a reaction like he's startled. Jack Champion's character, Ethan, just sits there and does not do anything. That is incredibly suspect. So I don't want to make the whole argument on his character about one scene. We're kind of there, I suppose. And I mean, I will go through a couple other reasons, but I do think that is a very big scene. And I'm not going to say like the trailer ruined it because of that one scene. I think you have to look kind of close. Again, me, myself, it was called out to me. Somebody told me, hey, look at them when the phone rings, Ethan doesn't move. And I was like, oh, I didn't even notice. But then I saw it, and again, it does make him look very sketchy. There's actually the scene or the iconic kind of ness before it when they're kind of in like almost a circle, and Ethan and Chad give themselves, a look. Now, honestly, as the movie gets closer and as we have discovered more details, both officially and unofficially, the look that they give each other actually could be more than one thing. Obviously, Chad has something for Tara, right? You can tell that. That's like known. There was, I think it's like the rumor, or at least like there's the background of Ethan's character, but to go more into the rumor, it's possible Tara's dating Ethan, right? It seems to be, at least based off rumors, that Chad and Tara are not dating at the time. So honestly, what could very easily happen, and I wonder if it plays in, I would not like it. Like, if the motive is something to do with like a boyfriend-girlfriend thing, I don't think that's very strong, but just to kind of throw it out there, I don't think it'll happen. What if, after Scream 5, Chad and Tara got together, they broke it off, but maybe Chad likes Tara more than Tara likes Chad, and then Tara starts to date Ethan, and so that look that they give each other is maybe more like a jealousy thing. Maybe Tara starts to swing back towards Chad as this movie goes on, right? Maybe she starts to kind of fall back in love or, whatever with him. Now, again, like to suggest that Ethan is Ghostface to go on a Ghostface killing because his girlfriend, that does not work. But the look that they give each other, it could be two things. One thing is this emotional kind of, she's our girl, right? The other thing, though, is, well, what if Chad is very suspect of Ethan? Now, it doesn't really make sense for Ethan to be curious about Chad. I mean, you could go like the Amber Mindy kind of road in 5, right, where like they don't trust each other and they're kind of playing with it. us as audience members should know Chad is safe, right? He's not safe. He's not Ghostface. But I guess it makes sense for Ethan to not be so for sure. Does that make sense, right? So like Ethan as a character, he doesn't know, right? So when he's giving Chad the look, could be, well, I don't know any of you people, right? Like you could be Ghostface. The audience kind of knows that it's Chad. So I guess how we look at it is like, well, Ethan giving him a look is kind of odd. Chad giving him a look back that one makes sense, right? That's the thing that actually works. Other things, I suppose, with Ethan is just where is he, right? Again, you can make that argument actually for several characters very easily. The thing is, I think a lot of characters that, not all, but some characters that if you start to place the scenes in the trailer, you can like give an excuse as to why they're not there as they die, right? So like when Anika is missing from certain scenes, you could say, well, I have bad news for you. It doesn't look like she makes it past the ladder scene. No matter where the ladder scene is, doesn't look like she gets by it. Liana Liberato's character, right, of Quinn, like, you know what I mean? You can do that. Not for everybody, but you can for some. Now, Jack Champion's character in Ethan, you can't. You see him just a few times, and he's coincidentally missing from all other, even like when Danny has kind of, I think, always been the wild card, right? Like, is he going to go down a Derek? Or are they going to do Derek? Or are they going to kind of subvert expectations would probably be the phrase, right? Like, what are they going to do with him? He is a wild card, but like Ethan, well, he's also potentially a boyfriend. Like, if there's two boyfriends, they're kind of like doubling up Scream 2. So maybe one of them is innocent in Danny and one of them is not, or maybe both of them are, right? I mean, you can go in all different ways, but like, where is he? So this ladder, this infamous long shot with multiple characters, Hera, Chad, Sam, Mindy, Anika. I mean, there's 5 of them right there, right? Where's Ethan? So is he dead? Well, I mean, if you go based off evidence of like these trailers, you may have shown it if he was dead, right? You may have shown, oh, he's in this scene. Maybe this is where he gets it. He's not. So I do have a suspicion that it could be him. I'm not 100% sold. The issue with me when I'm like labeling people as Ghostface is the number, right? Is the amount of Ghostface killers that it can be. And then I have like a suspect list. And only so many of them can, right? If you only have 2 ghost faces you're working with, you have 4 suspects, you can only slot 2. So I like the chances of Ethan, but I also have suspicion, let's say, of other characters. And I don't know how many ghost faces, plural, singular, whatever, that there are. But like I said, right now, sitting here, I feel pretty good with Ethan being one, potentially Henry Czerny's character. He's always been my number 1 suspect and just how weird they've treated him. But there's a few others, and we will be talking about them in future videos. So let me know what you guys think of Ethan. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.